All right, let's record. Can you do that on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what we'll do today, Tor, is just head on back to the bar.
Okay.
And we'll start standing with some balancing and some work at the bar. And then we'll come to the mat and finish up with stretching.
All right.
Yeah, you've got, see, you've got a strap at the mat. Okay, cool. Head back to the bar.
All right.
Great. All right, so let's start first. Just arms down at your sides, palms forward. Good. Steady in the legs, square in the feet. Great. And just take a breath in right where you are. And bring your hands down in front of your heart, in front of your chest as you exhale. Good, we'll do that 2 more times. Breathing in, sweep your arms out to the side and up overhead. Hands down center as you exhale. Great, 1 more time. And exhale. Terrific. So let's go again. Take your arms up as you breathe in. And this time when you exhale, you're just going to bring your hands to the bar. Good. Put your weight into your left leg, pick your right knee up. And then take your right leg straight back behind you. Find the floor underneath your foot. And then get the heel down. We'll stretch the back of the calf. Great. Shift your weight forward into the left leg. Come up onto the ball of your right foot. Bring your knee to your chest. Great, and step down. Good, that's perfect. And then shift your weight over to your right leg. Draw your left knee up, flexion in the hip. Good, then float your left leg straight back. Good, find the floor under your toes and settle your heel down. Terrific. Shift forward into your right leg. Pick your left heel up. Beautiful. Left knee comes up. And then left foot down. Great. So we're going to take shift your weight into your left leg again. Right leg is just going to float out to the right. And then bring your right leg back to the midline. We'll do that 10 times. Just float out to the right in control. Good. Watch the right hip that it doesn't jack up too much. Great. Soft grip on the bar. Good. Left leg strong, left hip in. Nice shoulders square. Good, slow and steady. All right, weight into your right leg. We'll do the same thing on the left. Float out. and back in. Good, working the AB abductors as you take the leg out. And adducting the legs as you bring the left leg back to center. Good, keep rolling. It's great. Keeping the trunk really square to the mirror. Good. Great. And then shake your hips. Okay. We're going to go into those lunges that we did last week, keeping hands to the bar, stepping the right foot out. First, keeping the toes square, looking to the mirror, and then a deep squat. Okay, step back forward. I didn't articulate very well. I want you to take your right foot out to the right. My bad. I didn't say that. I just assumed you knew. I assumed you were reading my mind. All right, right foot out to the right. Step the right foot down. See that the toes are square. And then with a soft grip on the bar, give yourself a deep squat, bending your knees, sinking your hips. Yes. And then lift back up. And step your right foot in towards your left foot. So we'll take the left foot out to the left. Square your toes to the mirror. And then a deep squat. Great. And then use your legs, the power of your legs to lift you back up. Keeping your hands light to the bar. Good. And step your left foot in. So we're going to do this 4 more times from side to side. Right leg abducts, goes out to the right. Foot finds the floor. Good. And then deep squat. Shift your weight into your left leg. Bring your right foot back to center. Good. Left foot out to the left. Shift weight into the right leg. Left foot comes to center. Good. 3 more times. Keeping the toes square. Good. Nice. Let the legs do the lifting. Good. Find that purchase on the floor. Excellent. Step in. And out to the left. Good. Looks great. Back is straight. Spine is long. Good. I think this is number 5.
I think so. I don't know.
You think so?
Maybe.
We might do 1 more then, just for good measure.
All right.
Okay, we'll go out to the left. Good. Hip square. Left foot in. And then 1 more time. Right foot out to the right. Toes are square. Bend evenly, balanced into both knees. Good. And then lift up through the power of your quadriceps. Right foot steps in, soft grip. Left foot steps out. And deep squat. Whoa. Use your legs to bring you back up, not your arms. Excellent. And step in. Good. Move your hips. Okay, now we're going to go into that hip extension, keeping hands to the bar. Trunk is tall and long. The right foot's going to float out behind you. Toes are just going to come up off the floor. Remember, this is one where we keep the legs straight. Yeah, gluteals engaged. Good. And now keep your left leg a little straighter. Yes. And now we're just going to pulse the right heel up, right leg and heel up 10 times. 1. Don't bend the knee. Don't bend the knee. Don't bend the knee. Good. So it's a tiny little move. 2. Good. 3. Keep your legs straight. 4. Lift your chest. 5. So it's not, we're not concerned with how high it goes, but just that those glutes activate, the piriformis activates, the hamstrings activate. Good. I think 2 more. 9. Leg stays straight. And 10. Okie dokie. Now, step your right foot forward. Next to your left foot. All right, pause for a second. Now, if we let the upper body hinge forward like this, then it becomes less about the glute factor here, right? Because then it becomes easier to take the leg up without much activation. So I'm going to encourage you, when we do the left side, keep your chest tall. And it's not so much about how high off the floor the foot comes, but it's just all this right here, just like fire that up. Okay, so I want you to keep your chest lifted. Good. All right, and here we go. You're going to float your left leg back. Yes, good. You keep the knee straight of the left leg. And here we go. Pulse up just 10 times. Yes, perfect. Yeah, you don't need to go very high. That's great. 6, 7. One more time. Good. And then step your left foot next to your right foot. Now, talk to me. Was there any difference, any noticeable difference?
It seemed like the last step was a bit stronger.
Okay. Let's do that again. On both sides.
Okay.
Chest stays lifted. You're gonna float your right leg back. Both buttocks are super engaged, and then we're just gonna lift up 10 times, pulsing up 10 times. Good. Don't let the knee bend. Yeah, good. Great. Then right foot steps forward. Weight goes into your right leg, and then you just float your left leg back. Good. Keep the legs straight. And the muscles you're using to lift the leg, all in the butt. Excellent. And step left foot forward. Okay, move your hips. Next on the lineup for is same idea, but now we're gonna put the right leg, the right hip in external rotation. So what that means is, let's see where I can get it. What that means is right foot's gonna turn out, right? So we're engaging the glutes, but we're also engaging those hip rotators. Right foot's gonna turn out, and we're gonna take the leg back with the toes pointing to the back wall. And again, we're not gonna hinge forward. Keep the chest lifted. It's all about that external rotation now. Good. Wonderful. Great, and bring your right foot forward. That was way more than 10. That's okay, we're gonna go for it. Now you're gonna turn your left leg. It's more than just the toes that turn out, right? It starts up at the hip. The whole left hip's gotta like rotate out to the left. Good, and then the butt engages and then the left leg floats back. Yeah, and your toes. Yeah, good. Kind of at a 45-degree angle. Good lift. Great, moving from the hip. Nice. All right, left foot comes back to the floor. Good. Let your hips move a little bit. So I think that's something that we can do for like a minute at a time. Right?
All right.
Instead of just counting each and every one. So I'll watch the clock. I want you to rotate your right leg, externally rotate your right leg. And here we go. Float the right leg back. And just keep pulsing back. Nice. That's great. It's more about quality of movement than the lift or the quantity. Get a sense of the right glutes, definitely activating, innervating, firing off. We're almost there. Those toes turn to the right. Yep. Awesome, good. And bring your right foot forward. Woo, left hip's getting a bit of a workout too. All right, here we go, into the other side. Start by externally rotating left leg. Good, shift your weight into your right leg, and there you go. Floating back, floating up. Good, nice work, keeping your sternum square to the mirror, keeping your chest square. Isolating this movement just in the left butt cheek. Nowhere else. That looks great. Keep rolling. You're well past the halfway mark. Don't bend that knee. That's it. Excellent. Good. Almost there. Almost. Keep going. Wonderful. Okay, left foot next to the right foot. Woo! Wag your tail. Okay. I'm gonna do one more up here at the bar, and then we'll come down onto the mat so you can stretch out these muscles that are working. And we did this last week, but I want to add something onto it. So what we did last week was, see my feet. We're gonna do the squat again, where we're gonna take the right foot out to the right, spin the toes apart about 45 degrees. So that requires work in the rotator muscles, right? In the back of the glutes, the piriformis. When the legs turn out and the toes turn out, then we'll come into a deep squat. We'll lift back up, but wait, here's where it gets really spicy. I'm gonna have you then shift your weight into your left leg and lift your right leg up, right foot up, just like a couple inches off the floor. Then you're gonna set your right foot down again, toes out, deep squat, stand up, shift your weight to the left, and just a little lift of the right foot up off the floor. So we're gonna squat, balance on one leg, squat, balance. We're just gonna stay on the same leg. Right foot out to the right, and then we're gonna balance on the left leg. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's give it a go. Right foot out to the right, turn your toes out. So we require the hip rotators to engage. Turn your left toes out too. Great. Now you can come into a deep squat. Yes, good, 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 good. Use your legs to bring you back up rather than your arms. Good. Now keeping your left toes facing the direction they're facing, you're just going to put your weight into your left leg and allow your right toes to lift off the floor. Yes, good, beautiful. Set your right foot down again. Find that deep squat. Good. Slowly come up. Weight into your left leg. Float your right leg out to the right. Excellent, good. 3 more times. Right foot to the floor. Squat deep, good, nice and even. Try to come up with symmetry, beautiful. Weight in your left leg, right leg floats up. Nice. Great, twice more. Weight to the left, a little lift. Last one. Find that purchase of the right foot on the floor. Good, then lower down. Slowly rise. Shift your weight to the left. Right leg comes up and hold it right there. Hold the right leg up. Hold it up, hold it up. Light grip on the bar. Lift your chest. Fantastic, good. And then bring your right foot down next to your left foot. Square your feet. Fantastic. Okay, 5 times on the other side. So the first one gets us set up. Left foot goes out to the left. Once you find the floor, then pause so that you can get your toes turned out. And I want you to visualize the muscles at your sacrum contracting, those rotator muscles contracting, taking your toes out. Good. And then a deep squat. Good. And then up. Shift your weight into your right leg. And let your left leg float out to the left. Beautiful. Left foot to the floor again. Take your time, get set up in the feet, and then a deep squat. Good. Left leg up. Nice. Shift to the right, good. Excellent. Deep squat. Light grip on the bar. Yep. And then balance over on your right leg. Good. One more time. Balance on the right leg, left leg out, and stay here. Good. Chest is up. Nice. Good. Nice. Excellent. And then bring your left foot to the floor. Fantastic. Have you ever looked at a drawing or an illustration of the muscles in your glutes? The piriformis muscle?
No,
Oh, well, then allow me. Okay, hold on. You need to see this so you can visualize what's happening here. Okie dokie, piriformis, this is a good one. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so this right here.
yes,
Looking at your pelvis from the back side, right? Here's your spine. This is your lumbar spine. Here's your coccyx, or your sacrum, and then down here is your coccyx, the tailbone. So this is looking like it's as though we've pulled apart the gluteus maximus, the gluteus medius, and the gluteus minimus, right? Those three key players of butt muscles, right? The gluteus maximus is the big one on the outside. It's the one that gives the tush its shape, or not, as the case might be. But then the medius and the minimus are underneath there. But now what lies underneath those three strong, powerful gluteal muscles is this small but mighty muscle called the piriformis muscle. You've got one on each side, right? They originate at your sacrum, and then they go across, they move laterally across your bum, deep inside, across your bum, and they attach to your femur in what's called the trochanter here. Now, your piriformis muscle is a rotator, right? And it's responsible for a number of things in the body, but one of its primary jobs is when it contracts, when it shortens, it turns, because it's attached to the head of the femur bone. When it contracts, it turns the leg out, right? So the other interesting thing is that the sciatic nerve runs right underneath the piriformis muscle, but that's another topic. So when you're doing these like lateral moves, taking a leg out and then squatting and then leg back in, or when we're holding on and balancing and taking leg out, now you've got a visual of, oh, that's my piriformis muscle that's pumping and pulsing and contracting and releasing. This vision, if we can get a bigger. So here's the gluteus maximus, right? That's the primary butt muscle. Underneath is the medius, and you can see how the fibers run kind of long ways. But then you peel all of that apart, and you peel apart the minimus, and then there's your piriformis. Now your other glutes, the minimus and the medius, they also do a bit of rotating, but it's really this muscle right here. You see, it's not very big in comparison, right, it's not very big, but it certainly can be powerful. We see this in like dancers, ballet dancers in particular, who have spent their whole lives with their butt muscles just completely cinched up so that they can be in this I don't know, whatever this position is with your feet apart, you know, pointing out, I don't know, 5th or 4th or 18th, or I don't know, I'm not a dancer. But does that, I don't know, it's that kind of that Charlie Chaplin with the
Yeah.
feet, right? So I don't know, I hope that's helpful. I always find it helpful to have a bit of a visual, and then I can actually start feeling, oh yeah, that's rotating my leg out. Just like when we're talking, Tor, about externally rotating the arm bone in the shoulder socket, right? It's this turning outwards. Same deal with the thigh bone, it's turning out, and it requires, we want the muscle to do the work of making that turn out. Does that make sense?
It does, yes.
Okay, great, good, all right. That part of the class is over. You can come to the mat. I almost said class dismissed, but no, we're not done yet. So come down to your mat and let's do a bit of stretching of those hip rotators.
All right.
Come onto your back. Excellent. And then bend your knees and set your feet on the mat. And take your feet then as wide as the mat. Great. And so we'll do windshield wipers. So you'll take your knees to the left. Good. So the right thigh is internally rotating, the left thigh is externally rotating. And bring your knees back up. Take your arms out like a T. The knees come up, and then you'll take your knees to the right. Good. Right leg is in external rotation. Left leg is internal. Let's do that a couple more times from side to side. The piriformis gets its name because it somebody back in the day thought that was shaped like a pear, and so it's called like the pear muscle, the piriformis. It's kind of an oblong looking pear, if you ask me, but I understand what they're getting at. So when we do things like this gentle rocking from side to side, especially when we're supine on our back, you know, there's this compression and release on the muscles of the buttocks, as well as the nerves coming out of the sacrum. It's almost kind of like, I think of this as kind of like juicing the pear, putting the pear in the juicer.
Yeah.
Let's go one more time from side to side. Over to the left, take a breath in as you go. Good, exhale to bring the knees back up. And over to the right. Inhaling. Good. And exhaling. Terrific. So I want you to stay there. But pull your right knee into your chest. Good. Now you'll externally rotate your right leg, which means you're going to take your knee out to the right. Cross your right ankle to the top of your left knee. Good. And pull your left knee towards your chest. And you'll clasp your fingers together at the back of your left thigh or the shin. Shoulders down, head down. Good. I'm going to have you stay here for 2 minutes. In order to access the piriformis muscle for this stretch, we have to first get through the 3 gluteals, right? Because the piriformis is deep. It lies underneath those 3 big boys. All that means is we'll stay in this shape for a bit longer. And check in with your jaw. See if you're holding any residual tension in the jaw, the throat, the neck. Almost there. Terrific. So you can release your left shin. Bring your left foot to the floor. Okay, now listen, before we do the other side, what I'm going to ask you to do is left foot to the floor, right leg stays in this figure 4 shape. You're going to drop your legs over to the left. Now, your right foot will find the floor, but I want you to keep your right knee lifted and keep gently coaxing your right knee towards the wall beyond the foot of your mat. You can take your left hand and reach down and grab your right ankle. And this is a really nice stretch for the TFL. Yeah, good. And turn your right palm up for me, externally rotating. Good. And take your right arm up just a little bit more. Almost, yeah, good. Good, great. So with your left hand, you can that's just stamping your right foot down. Good, and then right knee can gently press forward. Yeah, good. And even outer right hip can shear forward a bit. All right. So the exit is to bring the legs back up to center. Good. Bring your right knee into your chest. We kind of reset the femur bone, so to speak, and the hip joint. Good deal. Good, 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 good. And then take your right foot down, stretch both legs down onto the mat. Bring your feet towards one another and just take a breath. Notice how you feel. How do you feel in the legs, the hips, glutes, and lower back? Good. Let's do the other side. So both knees bend. Left knee comes into your chest. Yeah, crossing over. And then here we go, starting with this reclining pigeon, sometimes thread the needle, it's called. All right, 2 minutes. Mhm. Okie dokie, hit the halfway mark. Stay for another minute. See that your right thigh bone is lined up with your right shoulder. Separate your bottom teeth from your top teeth. Fantastic. Right foot comes to the floor. Keep this shape in the legs. Take your arms out. Good. And then the legs drop over to the right. Left foot finds the floor. Good. Right hand grabs a hold of the left ankle, or here in Oklahoma, we say a holt of the left ankle. Left arm goes up a little on the diagonal. Good. And then encourage your left knee to move towards the wall beyond the foot of your mat. Yes, excellent. Does this feel okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Okie dokie. Pull your legs back up. Good, great. Good. Left knee to your chest. Get that thigh bone angled down the midline. Great. And then both legs down onto the floor. Yeah. Point your toes. Give yourself a big breath. And then on the exhale, relax feet, legs, hips, low back, belly, chest, arms, shoulders, neck, throat, and jaw all soften up. Even the skin on the face, the skin around the forehead, that space between the eyebrows that tends to get so bunched up. Everything smooths out, softens, releases. Even the breath softens. Bring your two hands together. And place the base of your thumbs at your forehead. Steady and balanced in the mind. And bring your fingertips down to your lips, towards your chin, steady and balanced in our breath, as well as in our communication and expression. And finally, bring your hands to your sternum, base of your thumbs to your sternum, steady and balanced in our heart. Great. Well done, Tor.
All right.
Good.
Good deal.
Yeah. Thursday, same time.
Thank God.
As you go through your day and your night, but as you go through your day, whether you're just doing your daily activities or you're working with OT or whatever, you know, when you start taking your legs out, I want you to think that starts in my butt. That movement of taking the feet out has to start up here. Okay.
Okay.
Now you know what it looks like.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Okay. I'll see you Thursday.
Sounds great.
Bye.